Welcome history buffs. Dear viewers, welcome to a new video on my special channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest content. When you think of ancient Egypt, what comes to mind? Pyramids, pharaohs, mummies, the Sphinx. Perhaps you think of all that ancient Egyptian mythology that crops up in movies like The Mummy or Stargate. But did you know that the people of ancient Egypt also made advances in the field of medicine? Welcome to my channel. And today, we're going to explore how ancient Egypt influenced modern medicine. So grab your bandages, sharpen your scalpels, and let's jump in. One way that ancient Egyptians influenced modern medicine is through their development of surgical procedures. Today, surgery is often seen as one of the most important and advanced aspects of medical science. From complex joint replacements to removing cancerous tumors, there are so many different types of surgeries that can save lives and alleviate suffering. But it wasn't too long ago that surgery was something that you only really wanted to resort to as a last chance. It was painful, risky, and often not very effective. Ancient Egypt was one of the first civilizations to change this. Some of the earliest evidence we have of surgery in ancient Egypt comes from Edwin Smith Papyrus. This is an ancient Egyptian text which dates back to around 3000 BC. It details various injuries and their treatments and is named after the British Egyptologist who purchased it in 1826. While it is called a papyrus, it's actually more of a kind of mummy case with the writing on the inside. The reason for this is that ancient Egyptians believed that the deceased could still hear and see things in the world around them. They didn't want to disturb the dead person, so they put the papyrus in a mummy case, almost like a coffin for the book. The Smith Papyrus goes into detail about treating wounds, including how to treat compound fractures, which is when a bone breaks through the skin. It also talks about setting broken bones, stitching up wounds, and treating gunshot wounds. This is impressive because it predates modern medicine by thousands of years. What is even more amazing about the Smith Papyrus is that it was written before the time of Imhotep, whom many believe to be the father of medicine. Imhotep was a high priest who lived in the late 3rd century BC. He is considered the father of medicine because he wrote down and organized a huge amount of medical knowledge. Before Imhotep, much of the medical knowledge of ancient Egypt was held in people's heads and passed down through word of mouth. But Imhotep changed all of this by writing down medical knowledge and making it available to a wider audience. He's thought to have written a number of medical texts, but his most famous work is the Edinburgh Treaty. The treaty is a collection of 48 maxims or rules for treating various illnesses. For example, one maxim tells us that if someone has a fever, they should wear light clothing and drink plenty of water. Another maxim says that someone who has been bitten by a venomous snake should have their wound sucked. The interesting thing about these maxims is that some of them are still used in modern medicine. This just goes to show how advanced ancient Egyptian medicine was. Another area where ancient Egyptians excelled was in the treatment of eye diseases. In fact, they were so advanced that they performed cataract surgery. Cataracts are a clouding of the lens of the eye, and this can cause blindness if left untreated. It's not clear exactly how they operated to remove cataracts, but it's thought that they may have used a needle and thread to extract the cloudy lens. We know this because an artist depicted the process in a painting that dates back to around 2500 BC. Today, cataract surgery is still one of the most common types of eye surgery performed. Millions of people around the world have had this procedure, and it's likely that many more will have it in the future. So next time you look through your peephole, take a moment to appreciate the ancient Egyptians who developed this life-changing surgery. Moving on, let's talk about something a little bit more gruesome. One of the most famous achievements of ancient Egyptian medicine was their ability to preserve human bodies. As you probably already know, they did this by removing the internal organs and then covering the body in natron, which is a kind of salt. This process would dehydrate the body and prevent it from rotting. But it's not clear that they only did this for religious reasons, like keeping the body intact for the afterlife. Some researchers have suggested that the practice may have had more practical benefits. For example, it may have helped to prevent the spread of disease. By removing the internal organs, the Egyptians may have been trying to prevent the spread of bacteria and other disease-causing organisms. This is because the internal organs are where many of these organisms live. By removing them, the Egyptians may have been trying to create an environment that is less hospitable to these organisms. Interestingly, mummification may have also helped to protect against certain types of cancer. The process of mummification involves wrapping the body in bandages. This may have helped to prevent the spread of cancer cells. Cancer cells can travel through the body via the lymphatic system. But when the lymphatic system is blocked, as it is in the case of mummification, the spread of cancer cells is inhibited. Now let's move away from the dead and talk about the living. One way that ancient Egyptians advanced medicine was by developing treatments for mental illness. At the time, mental illness was often seen as a sign of demonic possession or some other kind of spiritual disturbance. However, the Egyptians had a more enlightened view. They believed that mental illness was caused by an imbalance of the four humors, which were thought to be the elements that make up the body. To treat mental illness, they used a variety of methods, including talking therapy, herbal medicine, and even electroconvulsive therapy. Talking therapy was used to help patients explore their thoughts and feelings and to develop coping mechanisms. Herbal medicine was used to treat the physical symptoms of mental illness, such as anxiety and depression. Electroconvulsive therapy was used in more severe cases, and it involved passing a current through the brain. Believe it or not, electroconvulsive therapy is still used today to treat severe mental illness. This shows that the ancient Egyptians were ahead of their time in terms of their understanding of mental illness. Finally, let's discuss another area where ancient Egyptians made significant advances: dentistry. They were some of the first people to understand that the mouth is an important part of the body and that taking care of your teeth and gums is essential for good health. They developed tools for cleaning teeth and for filling cavities. They also had a good understanding of the causes of tooth decay, and they knew how to prevent it. The ancient Egyptians kept detailed records of dental treatments, and these records show that they were highly skilled dentists. They were able to perform complex procedures, such as extracting teeth and treating gum disease. The Egyptians also believed that the teeth were important for more than just chewing food. They believed that the teeth and gums were connected to the liver and other internal organs. This belief led them to develop treatments for dental problems that took the whole body into account. For example, they knew that a toothache could be caused by an imbalance of the humors. To treat this, they would perform bloodletting or use herbal medicine to restore the balance of humors. Today, dentistry is an integral part of medical science. Dentists are trained to deal with all aspects of the mouth, teeth, gums, and tongue. They were able to perform a wide range of treatments from simple fillings to more complex procedures like root canals and crowns. What's more, dentists are now able to offer a wider range of services than ever before. For example, many dentists are now able to provide cosmetic dentistry, such as teeth whitening and veneers. This helps people to improve the appearance of their teeth and smile more confidently. The work of the ancient Egyptians laid the foundation for everything that we do in dentistry today. Without their contributions, we wouldn't have the sophisticated dental care that we enjoy today. So, what do you think? Did you know that ancient Egyptians made such significant advances in medicine? How do you think their methods compare to modern methods? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Finally, don't forget to write an encouraging comment, like the video, and subscribe to the channel to receive all that is new. See you soon, my dears.